Hello there, Internet. This is Son of Chief Unlocked, and I'm here to take a look at Metroid Super Zero Mission. Now, you ask yourself, that sounds just completely wrong. There's no such thing. It has to be either Metroid or Super Metroid or Metroid Zero Mission. This is Metroid Super Zero Mission, and we're gonna turn this into a drinking game immediately because I'm gonna screw this name up the entire time. So what Metroid Super Zero Mission is, well, as you have probably figured out already, it's a ROM hack for the Super Nintendo version of Metroid, Super Metroid, and it tries to reinvent Zero Mission using the Super Metroid engine. So that being said, it is not just Zero Mission in the Super Metroid engine, it actually very much is a game on its own, which is a little bit difficult to explain, so rather than trying to do so, why don't I just try to illustrate what the main differences are. And, well, here's one main difference. So first of all, you can see it uses the Zero Mission sprites, and also our little spaceship has a different color. The physics are a little bit different in this game. You can still like wall jump and stuff like that. Another cool little thing that you can see here is that I can actually turn into my spinning mode whenever I fall off a ledge. This sounds a little bit messed up as you can hear, but I mean, this really is a ROM hack. The game was not supposed to be like that, or like this. And from what I've tried so far, it seems very, very cool. Supposedly this is a lot bigger than the original Super Metroid. I'm not sure how it compares to Zero Mission, or how Super Metroid compares to Zero Mission actually. Also, it's supposedly a little more difficult than Super Metroid was, and indeed when I played through the game, I did tend to die quite a bit. There are a couple of various changes, like health-wise, that I'll probably come into as I come past them. But for now, you can see that this is very much like Zero Mission. Now we're back in the original Brinstar area as we know it from both the original Metroid game and Metroid Zero Mission. And Super Metroid for that matter. And here we have our morphing ball. Of course, a power-up that will come in handy almost immediately. You can see we have this nice little red glow as well, which is of course also a reinvention. So I'm going to have to assume that most of you guys out there who are watching this also sort of know what Super Metroid is about. If you haven't never tried or seen Super Metroid, I actually do have a playthrough of that on my channel as well, so you can go have a look at that if you like. Or you can just watch this video and see what it's all about. Here's a cool, another cool reinvention. It shows us that you're sort of carrying the energy recharge tank there. So I should say that I only actually played through what's it called, Zero Mission once, 100% and stuff like that. And it's been at least a couple of years, so I will probably get lost immediately. And as such, I'm not sure I'm gonna do a full Let's Play of this. I might actually end up doing it, but don't count too much on it. If people want to see it, then I could very much be more inclined to do so. Also, I mean, I might just do it out of course, it being genuinely fun. It is so far very fun, if not maybe a little bit too difficult for a bad gamer as me. Should also say that I am just sitting here and trying to get used to my own controller setup. This is a very cool feature as well. Still trying to figure out exactly how I want to control the game, because you know, like the standard control scheme, so I can't get in here yet. And I guess I can't get up here yet either. The standard control scheme for Super Metroid is a little bit weird, but I've yet to come up with one that I really like. You know, it's like you want to have like run and jump close to each other, but you also want to have jump and shoot close to each other, which is just impossible if you're using a standard 4-button kind of controller like the Super Nintendo controller, which is essentially what I'm using right now, except it's sort of a Logitech, I wouldn't call it a rip-off, but a Logitech controller trying to sort of reinvent the Super Nintendo controller. But for now, let's just check out what we have here. Running around in Brinstar, having our good old Brinstar music playing in the background, and trying to navigate our way around. So one thing that I think already makes this game a lot more difficult is that each energy tank, of which I have only come across one in my playthrough so far, only gives us 50 energy, and I should say that this game comes in 2 different versions, and this is actually the easy version, so I'm not even sure if the hard version is possible at all. So I guess I can't go in quite yet until I have something like the bomb power-up that usually comes with our morph ball at some point. I realized that there might be some slight screen flickering. I don't think that's the game's fault. I think that's just an artifact of me recording the game. It's not really too bad. I mean, I just only now realized it myself. Taking some poor damage here as we continue upwards in our game. And before anybody asks, no, I'm probably not going to do a lot of Metroid ROM hacks on this channel, just because I think all of them are almost too fucking difficult. Like, I tried redesign and these various sort of big ROM hacks, well-known ROM hacks, and I mean, I just almost had to give up immediately, which is just not all that fun for me. Die. And now we are going to come across another innovation in this game. So what we get here is a charge beam. That in itself is of course not an innovation. That's been in at least every Metroid game I've ever played. But what this is good for is that it allows us to destroy these guys. I'm not really sure where this sound effect comes from now that I think of it. It might be something from the wreck ship in Super Metroid. People can correct me on that if they want them. For now, what we can do is go up here. So if it seems like I know exactly what I'm doing right now, that is because I did play the game, this game for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that, half an hour. And I just immediately get confused after I said that, of course. But I sort of have an idea of how the beginning of the game is supposed to go. Also, I should say that the big energy power-ups, one of which I just got there, or pickups maybe I should say, now gives us 30 energy rather than 20, which is of course, welcome change, seeing as how I just talked about this game being more difficult than the original games. So don't quite remember this area from Zero Mission. This might very well just be my my memory failing me, but yeah, it just seems new to me. I like what they did here. They took like the statue that is just above Turin in Super Metroid and cut off Kraid and Ridley and put them into this room. And for those of you who never played the original Metroid or Metroid Zero Mission, the purpose of those statues are exactly the same. I'm just gonna run past this guy. That I can get into that room as soon as I have killed both... What was I talking about? Both Ridley and Kraid. If that is ever going to happen. But for now, let's just continue on. Did I miss anything in this first room? I don't think so. Oh, I definitely don't like this guy. Again, our charge beam comes in handy almost immediately here. That guy would have probably killed me in like 4 hits. It seems like he did 30 damage per hit, which is just insane if you ask me. So talking about the difficulty of this game, one thing that often annoys me about the various ROM hacks is that they require you to do stuff like infinite bomb jumping, excessive amounts of wall jumping, stuff like that I'm just not very good at. And therefore I would much rather avoid having to. And it says explicitly in the readme of this game that that's simply not the case in this game, that you can get through the game without doing any wall jumping at all, or without any infinite bomb jumping, but that I think you need to do it in order to like 100% complete it. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if you decide to pick up this game yourself, do check out the readme. It contains a bunch of important information about the game and the various changes it has in comparison to Super Metroid. For now, let's just make our way to the right up here again. If anyone out there has a good idea for a control scheme that works well, do let me know. I mean, I've been experimenting a little bit, but I haven't really found a good solution. So what do we have here? I already forgot where I'm supposed to go. Let's try and check out this area up here. At least this looks like a kind of secret area, and indeed it is. As far as I remember, yeah, I can't really do anything here yet. It seems like I am supposed to come from above here. So let's not waste any more time on that. Instead, check out what we have in here, maybe? Some new enemies. I guess I should be kind of checking out for secrets the entire time as well, just seeing as I don't really know where they are. I like this kind of weird... Oh, that was not good. Ice-colored lava, whatever that is. I'm not really sure how that fits, like, lore-wise. Why do it take so much damage at the moment? So let's try not to die already. I might have to just turn to save states at some point. I would much rather avoid it, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. At least these guys will allow me to replenish my health almost immediately. So what do we have in here? So I guess I can't actually go here until I get the bomb upgrade or some kind of jump ball. Can I? I don't think that's possible. That might be a trick, but I'm just not seeing it. So let's just head back again. Get some free health, lose it immediately after. Maybe get it again, or get a missile instead. Just give me the spacer beam, that's all I really ask for. Yeah, and one thing they definitely changed is the fire rate of our standard beam. It fires a lot more, faster than it usually does. Alright, so here we have our map. So we see... oh, already went through most of Brinstar actually. But probably this map doesn't show everything. And what else we have here? We have Trade's lair, and I suppose we have Ridley's lair somewhere else. And I'm sure that's something we'll come to later. That was just piss poor. I'm not sure why I'm continuing to do that. Again, getting used to controls here. So you'll probably see something like that for a little while until I get more used to it. Anyways. Hopefully it doesn't bug you too much. Or hopefully it doesn't bug you as much as it bugs me anyway. Okay, so it looks like on our map there's a secret here. And indeed there was. There was a missile pack right here. I actually missed that on my first playthrough. Or it wasn't really a playthrough, my first like checking how this game works and stuff like that. One thing that confuses me a little bit is that there seems to be a lot of like foreground sprites, like the pillars right here that you're supposed to. That's again a welcome upgrade. That you're supposed to walk behind, but it's not very clear from the architecture that you're actually able to walk behind these pillars. So I think maybe that's a slightly annoying feature if nothing else. But as you can see, the energy pack here only gave me like 50 energy, where usually would give me 100. This is remedied by the fact that there are a lot more energy tanks in the game, so presumably it's not really going to be a problem. But you know, I mean, being bad at this game, I would much rather just have 100 energy than 50 right now. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Now let's just continue. And it looks like here we have our first save room. So anyway, I think this is a perfect place to end like this first impressions of Metroid Super Zero Mission. From what I've seen so far, this is a very cool game. So if you're into Super Metroid, if you're into Super Metroid ROM hacks, and if you're into Metroid Zero Mission, be sure to check this out. I will put a link in the video description below. The ROM hack itself is of course free of charge, as most ROM hacks are, but you do need the original Super Metroid ROM in order to play it. But for now, thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, don't hesitate to put a like in the click the like button below. And also, if you want to make sure you get future episodes of this and other Let's Plays, I would suggest that you subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate that, so don't hesitate to do so. For now, this has been Søren of Chief Unlocked. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.